So hello, good day everyone. I am Jinibay Mangubat, third year criminology student from the University of Perpetual Help System Delta. And I will be your presenter for today with the topic QD Examination Practical Workshop. For the introduction part, let me first tell you what does our topic means or what are we going to do during the practical workshop. We will try to identify if question document is authentic or forged or a falsified one. Let us first define what a question document or what a question material is. Question material or document are those which are subjected to question due to the characteristics it manifests. It may consist of identification cards, contracts, wills, titles and deeds, seals, stamps, bank checks, handwritten correspondence, machine-generated documents such as those from the photocopiers, fax machines, and printers, and also the currency and electronic documents. Here is a sample case scenario wherein the skill and knowledge that we acquire from our professor will be tested. Let me first read the scenario. Okay. Miss Jeneline Cabullo filed a complaint against unauthorized claim of her cash assistance from the employer. Allegedly, Grace de Mesa maliciously produced an authorization letter from Miss Cabullo to claim the said cash assistance. It was later discovered by the complainant when she was denied to claim the same. Ms. Cabullo seek your help as a forensic document examiner to determine the veracity of the submitted question authorization letter. We are provided with Exhibit A, which is the alleged question authorization letter, the Exhibit B, which is the requested signature specimen of the complainant, Ms. Cabullo, and Exhibit C is the requested specimen of handwriting and signature of the complainant. These exhibits are submitted to the team for our examination. Here are the description of our task. Here's what we're gonna do. Determine if the alleged question authorization letter is really disputed or a falsified one. Following the scientific approach of QDE, which is the ACE method. And next, describe the significant points of similarities and dissimilarities you have observed. And last, let us describe our evaluation and give our conclusion on the case. So we have 3 exhibits and we have 3 tasks to discuss each of it in the latter part of our presentation. Okay, simply we are going to analyze, compare, and evaluate the exhibits that we have. Here are the laboratory equipments required. First, we have to need a magnifying glass, a disposable mask, a disposable gloves, a white fluorescent lamp, a lab gown, a ruler, a paper clips, and ball pen. Here is my actual photograph during the actual analysis of the documents. Here, I have there the equipments need like the magnifying glass, as you can see in my pointer, the lamp, the ball pen, the gloves, the mask, and the ball pen and the ruler. Okay, moving on. These are what this is the ACE method that we are talking about in the slide number 2. Shown here are the definitions and highlighted are the gist of each word. We are going to use the ACE method in doing handwriting and signature examination. A stands for analyze or analysis, C stands for compare, and E stands for the evaluation. We have first to analyze, study, determine the nature and the relationship of the parts of the handwritings, the original and the question document we have. Next, we have to compare. Comparing is the next thing we do to see the differences and the similarities that is seen in every characteristics of each of the document we have. And lastly, for the evaluation part, we have there to make a conclusion and interpret what we have observed in the documents, our comments, and what we have seen during the comparison should be present in the evaluation. Next, for our part one, for the part one of our uh, workshop, the the analysis of handwriting. Okay, as you can see, we analyze the document we have by doing the juxtaposition. What is the juxtaposition? This is the position where two things are being seen or placed close together with constructing effect. And next, we will filter the differences of each of the specimen. After filtering the differences, we will move on to the second method, which is the comparison of writing. Okay, as you can see there, numbers in the number one, in the first uh, thing we see, in the exhibit A, the 2020 here, the numbers are different. It has a circular characteristic, but both expresses as circular characteristics, but this one in the exhibit C was written in a fast manner, while the other exhibit we have, it is written in a slow manner. In number 2, the letter A there is normal, while the other one is based on a computer. And number 3, the I there, okay, uppercase I has the author's own application of letter, and while on the other hand, it is a normal I. Number 4, the slant in the letters are different. Letter Y has circular characteristics, while on the other hand, it has a pointed feature. If you can see also the way how she write letter S and letter E is different from one another. Also, the letter U. Okay, moving on, number 5, there is a period right after the title of the person here, while on the other one, there is none. Moving on, then the 6th, it is written in a past tense, received, while the other one is a present tense, receive only. Number 7, same as the number 5, same as the number 4. The Y there has circular characteristics, while the other one on exhibit A, it was a pointed one. Number 8, letter T differs from one another by its bar and motion. Also, the letter G follows a perfect O letter, and the strokes of letter are different. The A, the O, the T, and the G. Moving on, the number 9. Each number has different characteristics on how an author writes it in his likeness. Number 5 here was written in a slow manner, and number 5 here was written with a fast hand manner or with a fast motion. And number 10, it follows a sentence case, and it forms the double T. As you can see, the two letters, the double T was too close from one another, while on the other hand, the spacing of the letter are too far from one another. Okay. So here are the results. I have tackled this a while ago. Yan. These are the summary. If you want to get my PowerPoint, you can. So it will be easy for you to understand if you have questions or what. Everything is listed here, so there's no problem at all. We go to the part 2. Before we go here, we have to keep in mind that there are points to remember in doing the handwriting analysis. We have to consider the uniformities, irregularities, the size and proportions, the alignment, spacing, the height of strokes, and the degree of the slants. Okay, moving on. This is the second part, which is the signature analysis. In signature analysis, we have first to locate the initial and the final stroke. So it will be easy for us to identify the rest. As you can see in here, oh, before I forgot, we have to do the juxtaposition again. In everything we do, in when we compare two documents or more, we have to do the juxtaposition. So it will be easy for us to identify what are the difference and similarities. Okay, as you can see there, number one here, this is the both number one here. These are the initial stroke. On the first exhibit we have, um, the initial stroke there is proportion with the individual letters, or they are too close from one another. And while on the other hand, it is not proportioned and it's too wide. It's not scattered at all. It's scattered at all. Unlike the letters, unlike the exhibit C we have. Another, number two, these are called the connecting strokes between capital and first small letters. As you can see, this was traced, and while the other one, it was once written. Okay, moving on to number three. These are called the stems. As you can see here, it's continuous, or it's connected to one another, while the other one, you can see it's not really continuous at all. There are lapses. Okay, number four, these are the final stroke. Okay, in the exhibit C we have it shows the same features with exhibit B, which is the signature specimen of Jeneline Cabullo. And in here, it may be forged because it's too far from her specimen, from the specimen were requested from Miss Cabullo. Okay, next, number five. These are the descender. In here, the descender is proportioned with the individual letters, and in the exhibit A, it's not. Number six, the alignment. As you can see, it's aligned perfectly, while on the other hand, it shows that the signature is not consistent and not aligned. Yeah, it shows a pa-up manner. And next, number seven, the loops. Am I right? Yeah, the loops. Here, as you can see, the letter A, it shows an almost perfect circle, while on the other A here, if you can see my pointer, it's not perfect, or it was written in a fast manner. In number 8, the alignment and the name written undersigned. The name here is aligned and consistent from the body of the letter, while the other one, it's not aligned and not consistent. Just like the number 6, the way how the person signed, it's not consistent. It's not aligned. So here is the summary or the results of that of what I've talked about. Okay, therefore, what do you think? Exhibit A is a forged one, or is it the exhibit C? Moving on, for the part 3, the counter-fitted bill identification. On the left side, this is the standard specimen, and on the right side, these are the alleged counterfeited bill. Let me introduce to you a 1,000 peso bill. A 1,000 peso bill must possess the following. Um, it, it should have a concealed value, an embossed print, a serial number, a security fiber when reflected to the UV light, the watermark, the optically variable ink, and the baybayin that is see-through. And also, this gold one is the optical variable device. And if a 1,000 bill does not possess any of it, then it is a fake or a counterfeited one. So you have to observe the bill you have. Okay. Um, Let us now compare each of it. Okay, for the number one, um, here the embossed prints are lifelike, or the images are lifelike, while on the counterfeited bill, the images are dead. Number two, the serial number is present, and it has a font increasing in size and thickness, while on the other hand, or the counterfeited bill, there's also a presence of the serial number, yet the size and the thickness is consistent. In number three, when reflected to light or reflected to UV light, you will see the blue and red small scattered fibers present there. While if it's a counterfeited bill, you will not see any of that. Number four, the watermark. Watermark, it shows the shadow here. This is the watermark portion. It shows the shadow image of and the banknote's denomination on the blank. While on the other hand, you will see it, but sometimes it's not really there, or the images there are not similar to this. Okay, moving on. The baybayin in a standard bill is seen and present, or whole of it is present and it can be read against the light, while on the other hand it has no reaction to light at all, and it's not really visible and not readable. Okay, number six, the concealed value. The concealed value in a standard money, um it's present there, but if it's uh, a fake one, it has no concealed value. Number seven, the security thread. This is the security thread, this one. In a standard thing, the security thread there is present, yet um, yet it changes the color, while on the other, or in the fake one, the security thread is present, but if you will enlarge it or see it with a magnifying glass, you will see there that there are the number, or the serial number is there, while in here it's just, it looks like it was just placed there. And look, oh, it overlaps the bill to Sanlibong Piso, and here Sanlibong Piso. This one overlaps, and this one too. Okay, moving on. Number eight, the optically variable device. In the standard, it is present there. Here, this is the gold one. It is present there, and it changes the color from red to gold. If it's a fake one, it's present also there, but it has no reaction to light. Okay, number nine, the optically variable ink. It is present there too. Okay, yeah, it is present there too. It changes color, but if it's a fake one, it has no reaction to light. Here, here is the result or the summary of what I have talked about here. And in the findings or the conclusion one, let me read to you. Um, the first one, first part with Exhibit A, B, and C. Therefore, the Exhibit A is not true and is not a true handwriting of Miss Janilyn Cabullo. In the second part, the signature part, we therefore conclude that whoever done the question document, we have the Exhibit A committed a crime of forgery. And for the last part, or the third part, the bill. Therefore, the counterfeited bill we have in our hands has no place on earth, and whoever makes and produces it are subject for a crime. So that is all, and I hope that I have imparted what I have learned from our professor. Thank you, and thank you again, and have a good day, everyone. Bye.